Well, I've been challenged, or I have actually been asked by one of my sister content creators to let her know how I feel about a certain brand of makeup. And I decided that I would take her up on her question, on her challenge. Not really a challenge, but a question. And it all started from Emily Noel. Emily Noel did a video recently called Brand I'm Loving, Believe Beauty at Dollar General, nothing over $5. And I had not heard of Believe Beauty at Dollar General. It's been a little while since I've been in a Dollar General, so I don't know if this makeup is real new or if it's been around for a while. I do know that it is a Dollar General brand, and I think that's the only place you can purchase it. So I responded to Emily and I said, I have not tried this brand, Emily, but I certainly will. I was intrigued with it after watching her video about it. Well, Emily came right back to me and she said, I would love to hear what you think about it. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. And I headed right to my Dollar General, at least the one closest to me. And the brand, again, is called Believe, B-E-L-I-E-V-E. As I said, I went to my closest Dollar General and I purchased everything they had in the colors that I thought would work for me. And I will tell you that they didn't have everything. They didn't. So I'm going to fill in this Get Ready With Me with a few things that are still drugstore, that are still comparable when it comes to price. And I'll let you know what I think about it as we go. Let me ask you, how long has it been since I have filmed a Get Ready With Me? It's been a while, hasn't it? So it's about time that I do another one. And it's going to mainly be about this new brand, or I think a new brand, from Dollar General called Believe. And this is going to also be a chatty video because I have just things to talk about. I'll scatter throughout the video. For the most part, I will tell you that Emily really liked almost every single product. You know, for Emily to really like something, as much product as she tries and tests for us, I really trust her. I really trust her. I know that her skin is so much younger than my skin, and we have different issues, so I know that every product is not going to work for me, but I'm willing to give it a shot. So, I have a bare face. That's where we always start with these Get Ready With Me's that I do, and I have all my skincare on. I do have my sunscreen, and I have a question to ask. If you are an esthetician or a skincare expert, I would like to, well, listen, I've always heard that you should always have your sunscreen last. It should be the last thing you put on your face. I think I even heard Dr. Oz say that one day. But I wonder, so do you put primer on then before your sunscreen or after the sunscreen if you wear primer? I think there's some primers out there that have good sunscreens, but I never know when I'm doing this, when I am using a primer, do I put it on before or after? I don't want to negate the protection that a good sunscreen gives my skin, my face especially, but also if I'm going to use a primer, I want to know that that primer is doing its job too for my foundation. So today, sunscreen is on, and I'm going to start with the primer. And Emily really liked the primer. It's called Radiantly Primed, and I will tell you that the container is a tannish color, and the writing is in gold, so you can barely read it on there, but let me read what it says on the back. This illuminating primer helps to give skin a subtle, dewy glow. It works well with all complexions to create the perfect base for a flawless foundation application. Okay, so we're going to try, let me shake it first. All right. I like to make sure these products haven't settled. And I will tell you that I have been using these products now for probably 3 or 4 days. So let's put this primer on. I'm just going to put some here. And I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. And you see immediately a glow to the face. It's not anything, obviously, like the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. That is a much, let me get down here on my neck. That's a more of a solid type primer. It's thicker. And it says to let it set for 1 to 2 minutes. I thought I'd tell you a little story that I referenced in my last video about the earrings. One day last week, I got up and got dressed. I filmed that video, the last video, and I had put on earrings. And I had my hair down, and that's probably why I didn't notice it so much, because I rarely wear my hair down anymore. But I had on those earrings, and after I filmed the video, I had some errands to run. In fact, that was the day that I actually went to Dollar General and I purchased this Believe makeup. I went there. Next door was the TJ Maxx and then the Home Goods. And in that same center was Joann's. And that may have been all. I went in Hobby Lobby, was there. Or just down the street, I believe. I'm still learning. So I went in Dollar General first. And I went in, I picked out everything, went up to the cashier to pay for it. Oh, and by then, I had pulled my hair back. I knew it was really hot that day, and I knew I had to get my hair off of my neck and my face. So I pulled my hair back, still had the earrings on. And when I got up to the cashier to pay for this makeup, and the cashier looked at me, and she went, and then looked down and started doing her thing, and in a minute she looked up at me again, and the first thing that came into my mind was, I bet she has seen me on YouTube, and she's wondering if that's me. And she was young, but she didn't say anything, and I, of course, didn't say anything. And then I went next door to TJ Maxx, and, well, basically the same thing happened. I bought some little something everywhere I went, and when I went to pay for it, that person would look at me a little bit funny. You know that feeling, I'm sure many of you have been there, where someone's looking at you a little bit funny, like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? I got home. I was around Jim for the rest of the day with my hair pulled back, dressed the same, everything the same. And when I was getting ready to go to bed that night, and I went to take off my jewelry, that's when I realized I had on 2 different earrings. One was up in my ear, almost like a stud, and the other one was more of it was a French hoop, is that what it's called? Where it sort of loops through your ear and then hangs, the stone hangs. They were those big old honker CZs is what they were, and they were very similar. And actually, it's funny because I wouldn't have bought the second pair had I known I had the first pair that was so much similar to it. But anyway, that's when I realized that's why I had been getting those funny looks all day, was because I had on 2 separate earrings. And it was sort of embarrassing, but, it is what it is. Many, many years ago, I had a dear friend who, that was her signature trademark. It was her signature look, actually. She wore 2 totally different earrings. I mean, totally different. And when the first time I met her, I said to her, do you realize you have 2 different earrings? And she said, oh yeah. She said, I do this. She was a psychologist. She said, I do this for that very reason, so that people will talk to me. It's a great way to start a conversation. She said, I've done it for years. I'll probably always do it. But she said, you'd be surprised how many people will call it to my attention, and it's a great way for us to get a conversation going. So when I thought about that, I thought, it was okay. We didn't get the conversation going because no one had the nerve to tell me what I had done, but I'll probably be more careful, or maybe I'll do it on purpose, who knows. Let me tell you that this primer has sort of, it's almost like it's set up. It has a little bit of a sticky feeling to it. Okay, let's do foundation. Now, this is the Believe foundation. It's a liquid, and it was really hard for me to come up with a color. When you can't test a color on your skin, you just have to sort of do like you do when you purchase, let's say, a LANCOME foundation, a very expensive foundation, and it's the same deal. I purchased this online just guessing at what I thought my color would be, and I think I got pretty close. So you're saying, well, Patty, I thought this was about Believe. It is, but here's what I want to do. It's a little bit different from what Emily did, and I'm going to test. I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to test the $5 Believe foundation to the LANCOME TEINT IDOLE Ultra Wear. I know I murdered that name. This is in the color 360 BISN. So, and I think this is around $35 or $40. I've tested this LANCOME foundation before against, I can't remember what it was, but it was a drugstore brand liquid foundation. And pretty much the drugstore foundation won out over it. So I'm going to do that again today. We're going to put the Believe on this side of my face, and we're going to put the LANCOME on this side of my face. So we're going to start with this side. I have two little brushes, and this is what Emily used to apply these. And they are little Pro Mini Flawless airbrush brushes from, these were from Sephora, and I think they came with something. And I was in my Sephora one day back then, and I was in and out of there so much, they just gave me one day. So I'm going to shake this, and it's a pump, which is good. I'm going to put some on my hand here, and let me get my mirror turned. I'm just gonna, you see what I did? Okay, here. Forgot what I was gonna do there. Okay, we're gonna get that. Take the brush and this color is a little bit light. I would rather that it be light than dark. Listen, bear in mind, now see here, remember I forgot to take that off. Okay. I'm going to just go over my eyelids too, and I'm going to bring my mirror up a little bit closer. I have my old age spots right here, and I have some here and here. But I'm going to take just a tiny bit more and hit that. Go down on my neck a little bit. Remember that I am not a makeup artist. I am not an expert. These are not tutorials. This is strictly how I do it and what I've learned over the years that works for me, and maybe it will work for you. All right, the Believe, the $5 side. Now let's go, let's just say for the sake of me not knowing for sure, $35 LANCOME. I'm going to shake that. And let me wipe my hand off. And we're going to put a few, about the same amount. Oops, turn it. Here we go. This is a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm using, here was the Believe side brush, this one. Here's my new brush, and you can see that this is going to be a little bit darker, and this actually is a little bit thicker. It's given a little bit more coverage, I think. But what we really want to do, I think, or what I want to do here, is see when I'm through how this side of my face compares to this side of my face. When we were in Arkansas, many of you know from all those years, we were in just a very small community. And definitely more coverage, a heavier, more fuller coverage on this side. But we lived on top of a mountain in a little community that only had less than 500 people. We had a Dollar General. I had to get in the car and make plans to go into town. And then the only thing we had was a Walmart. Well, was it a Beals that had a small makeup counter, but mainly they carried Estee Lauder, if I remember correctly, or Clinique, one of those. Okay, I'm looking in my mirror, and I can definitely, there's a slight difference in color, not much. I can definitely see that this coverage is heavier, it's fuller. So I'm going to go back to my Believe. Let's wipe this off. We want to, I'm going to see if I can maybe, yeah. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to do. So it is buildable. All right. We're good. I have my little order that I do things. So we're next going to do eyebrows. And they really did not have my shade of eyebrow pencil, but I bought this because I thought it might work, and it is too dark for me, but I'm going to try to soften it just a little bit. This is the Brow Defining Pencil, and I got the ash brown. They had a taupe, I believe, and that's what I think I needed. But I'm going to use this on both sides. I can't remember well, let me see here. I've got my receipt. The brow pencil was $4, and it has a spoolie on the end. Y'all know I have these blonde brows here that you can't see, that are not where they need to be, so bear with me. I am just barely touching this pencil. I learned the first time. I actually think that if this were in my color, I would like it. Listen, Emily said this, and I agree. And I can agree with it because I've been there. When we were in that little tiny town and it was Dollar General or nothing for a quart of milk or a loaf of bread or deodorant if you were all of a sudden out, or, whatever. It was Dollar General. I would have loved this brand of makeup had they had it then. They didn't. So, eyebrows. Again, I think I would be perfectly okay with that if it were in my color. The next thing is eyeliner, and I did get an eyeliner, and this is the long-lasting eyeliner. The color is Mystic, and let me see here what we paid for that eyeliner. Eyeliner was $3.50. And it's a mechanical pencil, so I'm gonna get up close here and tightline. Tightlining is one of those things I can't do and talk. But it's a very soft pencil, very soft. I like it. And then eyeshadow. They did have a couple of palettes that I could have used, but I chose this one. It is the Plush Purples, and that's what it looks like. This container, for some reason, is hard for me to open. Oh, and let me tell you what it cost. It was $5. So let's, and I've been using this color right here to go under my brow, so I'm just going to start there. Very soft. Very soft. And then I'm going into this one. Do you want to knock it off a little bit? I'm just putting this on the mobile part of my eye. Wipe that brush off and sort of do some blending here. And this is just a Sephora eyeshadow brush. Okay, love it. I mean, I can't complain. I'm gonna do this. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back in with the eyeliner and just get the top of my, oops, my mirror went off. Get the top of my eyelashes. You can see it a little bit. I think probably some of you professionals out there are having a cat about right now. Mascara. They had mascara, and it's called, again, Believe. Let me get my little list so that I can tell you how much that mascara cost. The mascara was $4.50. Now, the mascara has the little hourglass-shaped small brush. I think Emily wasn't just super impressed with this mascara, but I'm okay with it. And one of the reasons I'm okay with it is because I've been, using the lash growth serum, and my lashes, although they're blonde, they are long, and it doesn't take much to coat them. One thing I didn't do with this mascara yet is I always bend my mascara wand, and I've been doing this since I was in my early 20s. I can't remember where I saw this, but you put the wand, and not every single wand will bend, but we'll see if this one will. I think in all these years I've only broken 2. I've had a couple of brands that wouldn't bend. I don't think this one's going to. Let's see. No, well, it bent a little bit. Have to be careful. The reason I like to bend it, see, it's not bending, just a tiny little bit. The reason I like to bend it is I don't have to get my elbows out to put my mascara on. It makes it so much easier, especially on your opposite eye, if you're right-handed on your left eye. So, I mean, this is one coat. I'm going to do a close-up right here. Those are some pretty long, thick eyelashes for 78 years and 1 day old. I don't curl my lashes because my lashes are normally curly. Like it. I should say my eyelashes are naturally curly. Okay. I like it. Emily, I like it so far. All right, I think, let's see, both sides have dried down. They feel exactly the same. I was hoping that, and I don't think they had any bronzers whatsoever. And I wanted to sort of adjust a little bit my color because my skin is darker than my face. So I pulled out, since they didn't have any bronzers at the Dollar General I went to, I pulled out these new little e.l.f. putty bronzers that I got recently in PR, and you can see the shade differences. There are no colors on here that I can see. Well, there's some really light writing on the side, but you know what? I'm going with the lighter one. And what I'm going to do, and there it is, I'm going to sort of try to hit under my chin here, right here, and the lower part of my face, and see if I can get a little bit warmer color from this makeup. Both sides need it. I mean, I think color-wise, they're so similar. This side, when I look in the viewfinder, looks like it might be a little bit darker shade than this, but when I look in my mirror here, it's the same. So I'm gonna use this on both. And I'm gonna, don't panic. I've done this before. And I'm going to take the little putty brush that I got with these, and I'm not really rubbing it, I'm dabbing it. And I tell you what, I can do this. I'm gonna darken up all of this. I'm gonna try that darker one. Oh yeah. Let's see. That works better. All right. That. Okay. I did get some cream blush in the Believe, and this color is Tropical Sunset. And let's see what it cost. I'd be willing to bet it was $5. Nope, it was $4.50. And there, maybe you can see the color. I'm going to use the little putty brush. I'm going to wipe that brush off because I think I got too much on this side. In fact, I'm going to go in with, here we go. Have to tune it and tweak it, girls. All right. I like it. I like it. I'm going to sort of let that settle for a minute. And I'm going to go back in with concealer. Let's look at the price of the concealer. $4. There you go. And I got the color Fair. They were real limited on concealers, but I think I can wear the Fair. Now, Emily liked the concealer, but the problem with her is she said the doe foot came off. So far, I've used this maybe 3 or 4 times, and the doe foot is still attached. This reminds me a whole lot of the e.l.f. Camo 16-hour concealer. I'm going to put it under my eyes. And the makeup did the foundation did a good job of concealing my boo-boos, my age spots, my sunspots. So again, I've got both of my, I'm going to use that, and I'm patting that concealer in. Do the same over here. We're getting there, we're getting there. All right, next on my list is loose powder, translucent. And I think they had this in a color too, but I got the translucent. And it was $5. And you can see, so we're just gonna, I've got a big old powder brush here. Okay. Sometimes I wear powder, sometimes I don't. Okay, let's go back to my spoolie and see what we can do with these brows. See, this pencil has already pretty much come off over here, so. Some of you are going to say, why don't you have your brows tattooed? You know what? As sure as I do, my face will fall some more, and then it'll still be cattywampus, and there won't be anything I can do about it. I can do something about this. All right, I'm going to put some lower eyeliner on, and again, this is the same eyeliner that I used to tight line. we're good. I did buy a lipstick knowing that I would never wear it, but the lipstick was $4, and I got it in the color Moroccan Spice, and I'm going to show you. This is what it looks like, and let's see. Maybe you can see that color. I like the color, but it's just not going to stay on my lips. It's not. But here goes. I am going to blot it. I've tried a lip liner with this, and it just still doesn't stay on. Nothing does. Pretty color. I'm gonna blot it. And then I'm gonna wipe my nose. Oops, need to do that again. And I am going to pull out my Old Faithful, my CoverGirl Outlast 16 hours or whatever it is. This one's almost empty. This color is $5.85. And by the way, I will list everything down below in the description bar. I'm putting this on top. Gonna be a different color, but that's just the way it is. Oh, one other thing is the Believe Beauty Master at Matte Makeup Setting Spray. So, okay, here we go. $4.50. Listen, I like this. I've been using the Morphe forever, but I like this. This is a super fine mist, So let's go. In just a minute, I'm going to put on some of the lip balm that comes with the CoverGirl Outlast, and that helps it from feeling sort of dry. What do you think? Honestly, I'm going to try. I brought this in here because I have been putting this on top. I think I need a tiny little bit more color in person on my cheeks. And this is Wet n Wild in Mellow Wine. And I'll use this because I'm just gonna maybe give me a little bit more. Okay, that works. I can't tell a difference. It feels exactly the same. It feels exactly the same. I'm going to do the balm. I can't tell a difference. Can you? Can you see it? I can't. I'm going to move my mirror out, and I'm going to look in the camera, and we'll do a close-up, and so that you can see. Now remember, this is the $5 Dollar General Believe Foundation Liquid, and this side is the LANCOME $35, $40 liquid foundation. I can't tell a difference. You know, when I edit this video, maybe I'll be able to see a bit of a difference. But looking in my makeup mirror with the very same lights here, I can't see. I can't tell a difference. I think I could wear any of these products and you would never know that everything I had on my face was under $5. As I said, I've been wearing this for the past few days. It lasts just fine. I mean, I'm not going to wear this makeup for 24 hours. I'm not going to wear it for 18 hours. 12 hours at the absolute most. I like it. I would not purchase, for me personally, this primer. I think Emily used this primer again on top of her cheekbones for a highlighter. I normally don't do that, so that's not important. For basically the same price, I think I like the e.l.f. Camo. If you've used the Believe Beauty brand from Dollar General, let us know what you think about it. As I said, I had no idea that it even existed. No idea whatsoever until Emily did the video on it. But if you are like I was back 8 or 9 years ago, and Dollar General was pretty much your only option if you wanted to go to a store and buy something immediately and come home with something that was good, that really was a good product. Try this out. Let me know if you've tried any of it yet. And if you did, what did you think of it? Were there some products in the line that you liked better, some that you didn't like quite as much? Let us know that, because I went through and I read comments under Emily's video, and it seemed like an awful lot of people did like it also. I know Emily was pretty impressed with it, and I am pretty impressed with it also. I would have no problem whatsoever picking every piece of this up and swapping out this side for the Believe side and having this look to go to any function. I don't care how casual it is or how fancy it is. I would have no problem whatsoever in replicating this look for any occasion. I like it. I like it. I love trying new things for you guys. There's just always so much out there. The lipstick, no, because I think it's probably a really good lipstick, but I just don't wear lipsticks. Got a slew of them, but I just keep going back to the Outlast by CoverGirl. I want to thank Emily again for introducing me to the Believe Beauty brand at Dollar General. And I want to thank her for asking my opinion of it. Mainly, and I think the reason Emily asked that was because I'm older. And I think she wanted to see how it would work on older, aging skin. Here it is, Emily. Let me know what you think. Do you like it on aging skin? And by the way, if you don't follow Emily, I'm going to leave that particular video linked in the description box below. So Emily has over 1 million subscribers. Can you imagine? 1 million. So go over and subscribe to Emily. I tell you, Emily gives the best, thorough, honest reviews of makeup of any person that I know of here on YouTube. I know that you will love her as much as I do once you go over and check her channel out. Tell her Patty said hi, or RXSTRMOM said hi. Thank you, Emily. And thank you Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button. You know how to do it. And click on the little bell notification so that you'll be notified every single time I post a video. So go out, be kind, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Know that I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.